Well, good morning, YouTube. It's actually a really nice day here in Grand Dunes North Village, Ryan Homes community, and you can tell by the title of the video, I'm not happy with Ryan Homes as a builder. And I'll tell you why. A lot of it has to do with this driveway, which I'll show you last. But we're past the year mark, which means we're out of warranty. And the major things that we submitted under warranty really were never fixed. It's been kind of frustrating, and I'm making this video because maybe somebody there knows who higher up at Ryan Homes I can talk to and maybe get some of these things that were done wrong fixed. So if you know anybody, please leave in the comments who might be able to help me out, because they basically just said they're not going to do anymore. When we first moved in, this patio, first time it rained, the patio filled up with water. That's because it's the lowest thing around. The patio, they have raised beds on both sides, and I don't know if you can see it, but the patio is even at lower than the driveway. So water would pool halfway up and about 3 or 4 feet out here in the yard was a big puddle. So their solution were to put these drains in. These drains hold water all the time. I don't know if you can see if there's still water down in there. So now they breed mosquitoes. But when they put these drains in, they made 2 more problems. They ran the drain around and down the side of the house, and in the process they cut through all the wiring for my irrigation system. There's the controller, there's the solenoids, this is where they ran the pipe, and right here they cut through all the wiring. Now, they didn't bother to tell me. I had to figure out a couple weeks later why my grass was so dry. I had to figure out that they cut the wiring, and then they came back out and fixed it. But that was problem 1 that they made. Second problem is, you see why this is shaped like a Y? When they ran this drain, they terminated it on the neighbor's property. So they had to come back out and move it so that it terminates on my property. And you can see that some of the sod is recovering, but some of it is not. And they're not sure that they're going to do anything about that. But sod's pretty cheap, right? I'm not really, wouldn't be making this video if that was the only thing going on. I wanted them to pull the patio up and raise it up so that it wouldn't continue to do that, but this was their solution. It does keep water from pooling on the patio, but to me, they were just trying to make it acceptably wrong. I wanted it to be regraded or raised, and they wouldn't do that. This was all they would do. So they've treated the symptom but not the problem. But the driveway is the big one. They actually haven't told me why they won't do anything for what's going on with this driveway. This driveway's been a mess since day 1. Before we even moved in, the entire driveway, the concrete looked like this. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's been covered with dirty plastic when it was setting. The entire driveway looked like this. So before we even moved in, they stained the whole thing. The stains peeling up. There were machine gouges from heavy equipment, and I identified that at closing, and they said, well, it'll look good once they stained it. Well, it does, but the stains peeling up. But the biggest problem is there was a bad workmanship flaw when they did this driveway. These mortar joints are all popping up. Now, they have barely looked at it. My warranty guy, he's been very nice, but he will not give me a reason why they refuse to do anything about this. But this is just flaking up. It's not bonded right. You can go all along here and just peel pieces of it out. They won't tell me why they won't cover this. Of course, you know, getting online and doing a 5-minute Google search, trying to learn about bricklaying. This is a bonding problem. And when you peel enough of this out of here, what you can see is that when they put these bricks in, they didn't put any mortar here. So they came back after the fact and put this line of mortar in, but it didn't bond right for whatever reason. I'm not a brick guy. But doing some research, it could have been a moisture problem. This could have been too dry. But this should have been put in the same time this was put in. When you look online and go to websites that talk about proper bricklaying procedures, they talk about mortar being homogeneous. This was not homogeneous. This was put on after the fact. And my warranty guy said, if that's not good enough for you, call the Ryan Homes customer care line. I did that. They just sent me back in circles to the guy that's above my warranty guy, who had already come out here once and didn't even bend down to look at it. On our security camera, he just kind of waved his hand and just kept walking. So now I'm being told this is on me. This did start coming up last year. Every time the grass guys would come and use blowers, little bits of it would pop out. But they got really, really bad over the winter. The customer care line's telling me it's normal for water to get under mortar, that it's porous, but if there's void space there and it freezes, it pops up. So the winter's been bad to it. We were still within our 1 year warranty. One slab did develop a crack from one side to the other, and they say they have a standard that it's got to separate, I think, the width of 2 quarters stacked together, the thickness of 2 quarters. I just think this was done wrong from the get-go, and now they've just said we're not doing anything. They haven't given me a reason, and now I got to pay to fix this. So if any of y'all know anybody at Ryan Homes that you can share this video to, or get me a name, let me know in comments, because they've just gone deaf, radio silent on this one. And what I expect from a company, a good company, is that if you do something wrong, you admit it. You say, hey, look, we didn't do this right. We're going to take it up and we're going to make it right. They're just not, they haven't even given me a reason why. So I would not endorse Ryan Homes as a builder. The stuff that went on the house is all little stuff. I haven't even made them come fix any of that, right? We're very happy with the house. There's some doors that weren't quite hung right and a few other little things, but I haven't beat them up over any of that. I don't mind the adjustments, but this is foundational structure stuff. I'm pretty annoyed. They've really just gone in circles without giving any real reason, and I would not buy from Ryan Homes again myself. They've been very respectful to talk to, but to me, they're just trying to make things acceptably wrong, or just not do anything about the problems that exist. These are pretty big. These are structural. This isn't a loose doorknob. This is a driveway that's crumbling already. It was crumbling within a year and is really going to be crumbling bad to another winter or two. So leave a comment. I'm probably going to post this to our neighborhood page. Maybe some folks here in the neighborhood can give me a little bit of a direction about if they've got a better contact at Ryan Homes, because I'm going around in circles here. So any help y'all could give me, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. See ya.